Why, hello there. Hello and welcome to another Rain City Letters. I'm gonna be writing some more letters today, as you might imagine. gonna be writing a few, what you call them, letters. I've got a tea with me. Drinking a tea. It's a golden monkey. Golden monkey tea. Can really taste the monkey. For those of you who haven't been to a Rain City letter stream before, it's basically what it sounds. I write letters, and it's raining outside. It's raining, you can see and hear the rain, and I'm gonna write some letters while that happens. Monkey picked, the monkeys pick the tea, but then the monkeys also get turned into the tea. There's a, King Midas? There's a King Midas sort of guy, but every time he touches something it turns into tea, and he just keeps touching the monkeys. They try to stop him. You can't stop touching those monkeys. So they figure they might as well do something with the tea. Not make it go to waste. Not let it go to waste. So, usually we start by writing a letter. Usually I begin this by writing a letter to someone, or a corporation, or a religious leader. But we're gonna start a little bit differently this time. We're gonna start just a little bit differently, because there's been a very important update. Since I've started writing letters this year, I've written about 78. Yeah, I've written 78 letters so far. I've been keeping track. It's exactly 78 thus far. And guess what? I've finally received not one, but 2 responses. That's right. I've received Did you see that? Sorry, there was... Did you just see a bunch of balloons? I have no idea why there was a bunch of balloons. I didn't do that. Oh, Pancake is here. I didn't do the balloons. What was the balloons for? Pancake's trying to get on the keyboard. No, that was not on purpose. I mean, it was interesting timing. I literally have no idea how that happened. Pancake. Oh no. Oh god. Thank you, Pancake. Okay. Oh no, Pancake, I love you. I love you, but you can't go on the keyboard. Alright. She's laying down, I'm petting her. Where... Alright, I'm trying to figure out where these balloons could have possibly come from. They only seem to appear on the video feed. Like, they weren't over the entire screen. That wasn't the announcement that you got balloons, no. I'm using my iPhone as a camera. iPhone video balloons. Add a reaction to a video call. The balloons gesture. This is apparently a feature The number 2 is the balloons gesture. This is apparently a feature of the iPhone. I had no idea. Why does it do this? Can I do it again? Oh my god, what other gestures do I have? Oh, rain. Okay, I can do rain with 2 thumbs downs. No, it's not picking up the rain. It's not active. Oh, I think. It's weird. It has the fingers showing, but how do I even do that? You have to be on the other side. All right, we'll give up on that. Confetti. Do this. Yeah, I can do hearts. It's not working anymore. Nothing works except for the nothing works except for the balloons. Got my hearts. What? How about this? Yeah, nothing's working. But the balloons. The balloons worked. I want to turn this feature off. Freaked me out. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, there's not one, but 2 response that I've gotten. I've gotten 2 responses. The first response was I wrote to the General Mills Corporation. No, sorry, I wrote to the Quaker Oats Corporation. I did write to General Mills, but I wrote to the Quaker Oats Corporation. And I was letting them know how disappointed I was that Quisp has been discontinued, and I received a response. The response is Quaker Oats, of course, is owned by the Pepsi company, and so the response came in from PepsiCo. Came in from PepsiCo. Now they printed my address on the letter itself, so I'm gonna have to put my thumb over it here. But dear Jason, thank you for contacting us. We're sorry that Quaker Quisp has been discontinued. Please know I'll share your request to bring it back with our sales and marketing teams for any future consideration. There are several reasons why a product may be discontinued, but it is usually because there aren't enough fans like you buying it. Sometimes stores stop carrying slower-selling items to make room for other products. When this happens at too many stores, it's difficult to continue making and selling the product. Thanks again for reaching out to us. I'm mailing you a coupon to you, and hope that one of our other snacks will satisfy your taste buds. Sincerely, Lucindy, Team PepsiCo, PepsiCo Consumer Experience, and then a reference number. And yeah, I got a $2 off coupon if I want to get some rice-a-roni. I want to get some rice-a-roni. $2 off. Now the second response that I got was from Kellogg's company. The Kellogg's company, baby. This response I liked much more. Well, first I'll show you the top. They once again, my address is on here, so I gotta put my thumb over it. This letter is much funnier. It's still a boilerplate, like completely stock letter, but the stuff that they filled in makes it a little funnier at the beginning. The Kellogg's company, what did you ask, Kellogg's? Well, you'll find out very quickly, based on the letter. Thank you for letting us know that you love this cereal. And this cereal, by the way, Cracklin' Oat Bran. Thank you for letting us know that you love this cereal so much because of the rich oaty flavor and how it has a wonderful crunch. Thank you for letting us know that you love this cereal so much because of the rich oaty flavor and how it has a wonderful crunch. Your kind words motivate us to keep on making delicious foods. I'm happy to pass along your comments about Kellogg's Cracklin' Oat Bran cereal to our product development team. Knowing how much you enjoy our cereal will certainly make their day. So you can enjoy some more cereal or try one of our other foods. I've enclosed a free coupon for you to use the next time you shop. Thank you again, Jason, for your loyalty and for sharing your feedback. All the best, Madeline. See WK Kellogg Co. Consumer Affairs. And this came with two things. It came with this, which is a ad for their new products, new this year. Apparently they're coming out with some glazed donut holes in a multitude of varieties. Frosted Flakes, glazed donut holes. Apple Jacks glazed donut holes, Crave glazed donut holes, and then chocolate frosted mini wheats, blueberry bran crunch, special K triple berry, and then some Kellogg's extra stuff. But most importantly, this came with a coupon. Now this is a much superior coupon to the $2 off that I got from the other thing. This is a free up to a $6 value on any one Kellogg's Co. cereal product. This is just a free cereal. This is like a whole entire free cereal. This is a whole cereal, baby. One whole box, up to $6 in value. Yeah, it's a whole cereal. And let me tell you, this is a serious coupon. On the back, it's got like a security strip. I'm going to cover up the barcode here. Look at the back of this. It's got a security strip. The grocery store you use this at has to fill this out and send it back to get reimbursed. It's a serious coupon. So, if you'd like a free cereal, you know, maybe write to the Kellogg's Corporation. you might get a coupon for free cereal. Probably not worth it writing to Quaker Oats. $2 off. You can get that kind of coupon in the newspaper. You can get that kind of coupon anywhere. That free cereal coupon, though, that's the real stuff. That's a serious coupon. Alright. Well, those are the responses that I've gotten so far. Let's go ahead and write another letter. Let's write, or the first letter of today. Letter time. The first company that I'm going to write to and it is a company. It is a company that I'm going to be writing to first. Not because I want a coupon. I'm not even sure I'm going to be using these coupons. I think the Kellogg's one, I've got a friend I'm gonna give it to. But the first company I'm gonna write is the King Arthur Baking Company. That's right, the King Arthur Baking Company. They make the flour that I use. King Arthur Baking pancakes is all over this. I gotta wipe it, get some of the hair off. So let's write to the King Arthur Baking Company. Let me go and grab some paper. I think the paper that I'm going to use is from this pad of mine. I really like this paper, and I think this is a good choice for writing to the King Arthur Baking Company. Get a nice sheet here. We grab a pen. What's a good ink for this paper? All right. I've made my choice. Oh, you know what? I'm changing my choice. No. No, I'm sticking with it. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm very indecisive today. Let me see, what inks do I currently have inked up? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance. This ink might not work on this paper. But I do feel like I kind of still I use the same ink every time I stream. And I should be switching it up. So the ink that I'm going to be using is Waringal Moby Dick. It's a very light blue ink. Moby Dick. Broidal, thank you for the 222 euros. Thanks for the new Shadowstone episode. Glad you liked it. I love this series. I think it's going well. Is it made out of real whales? Absolutely not. The pen that I'm using, that I have inked up for this, is Asvine P20. This is the pen, Asvine P20. Pretty affordable pen, all things considered. What I like the most about it is it's got a Greek key. Well, let's see if this ink actually works on this paper. This is a medium nib. And the ink itself, the reason why I think it might work, it's a medium nib. This paper, I don't know how much ink it can take before it starts feathering. So I'm taking a chance with a medium nib. But this ink is very dry, so it's not going to flow very heavily. King Arthur Baking Company. I'm going to start by just saying, Dear King Arthur Baking Company. You probably should use dear when writing a company. Two, maybe. To the King. What about a company of friends? Yeah, what about a company of friends? You ever thought about that, Jason? To the King Arthur Baking Company. I've misspelled Arthur. That's okay, because to be honest, this is the thing I was worried about with this ink. You probably can't see it from that far away, but let me get a little bit closer. Look at this C, for instance. You can see how the C is kind of falling apart. This ink is not right for this paper. So, there's a lot of paper that's a perfectly nice paper. This is very nice paper. It's actually got hard to see here, but it's got a faint gold shimmer when you move it around in the light. It's very nice paper, but it's not particularly fountain pen friendly. And so when you're using like a medium nib and putting a decent amount of ink down, you can get something called feathering, where the ink just sort of starts spreading around in places it shouldn't go. But that's alright. It's just one sheet. Close-up shading is beautiful. Yeah, I love this ink. Not right for this paper, but I do love the shading that it has on paper that's fit for it. This mistake, though, gives us an opportunity. I've got a sheet here that I'm not going to be using for anything. And so I can test a variety of inks and pens here now. Like I got this interesting ink and this interesting pen. It's what I like about this pen is that this part of it that you hold kind of looks a little bit like E.T.'s neck. I could just sort of test to see how well it'll take the ink. And you know what? It seems to work. So maybe this is the pen I should use. Maybe this is the ink I should use for this letter. I'd been thinking about a red. Spell Arthur correctly. Yeah, on the next letter, we're spelling Arthur correctly. That would have been a bad mistake if I hadn't caught it. Okay, let's see. What ink do I... We'll use Moby Dick for another letter tonight. But for this one, it's Momiji by Pilot. Momiji. Momiji means... I've got it written down, 1 second. Momiji... It means autumn leaves. All right, let's get this going. To the king. I'm writing to the king again. What the heck? Remember the H. Arthur. Baking company. To the King Arthur Baking Company. I would like to offer my thanks for the hundreds, oh my god, I'm having trouble with the letters tonight. That's okay. No, it's not okay. We can't fix this. We'll get it in 3. Every once in a while this happens with me when I'm writing a letter. Most of the time I get it in 1. No problems whatsoever. But there has been 1 or 2 times in which it's like, I go through 5 sheets. Some nights, some days, I just have trouble with the order of letters and stuff. I don't think I'm like dyslexic, although I do have dyscalculia, which is related. So I think some days it does bleed into dyslexia. But that's all right. I have so much stationery that I can afford to dog some of it up. And all of the paper that I do mess up, I do something with. Whether it's testing out different inks, or cutting off the parts that I've used and using the remainder for something else. It doesn't get wasted. Two, the king Arthur Baking and Company. Alright. Sometimes when I'm extremely tired, I become dyslexic. It's probably something similar for me. Oh, and Superboys. Yeah, Manyo Haha. Well, one of my favorites as well. I think I have a pen inked up with that at the moment. It is, in person, it's definitely different than Moby Dick. Moby Dick has a lot of shading, haha, especially when you're using it like in a broad enough pen, like different colors and stuff can come through. Moby Dick is very much like one color, different shades. Not quite as dynamic, but it's got a different vibe to it, but I do love both of them. To the King Arthur Baking Company. I would like to offer my thanks for the hundreds of cookies muffins cupcakes I've done it again. I was gonna say write biscuits, but I've written BU. What is a baked good that starts with BU? We can save this. Butts, yeah. Butts. Bunt cakes. I've made hundreds of bunt cakes. Buns? Buns is good. Yeah, I'm gonna write buns, because I do bake buns. Thank you. Saved. Buns. I can't believe this is like the letter that I'm struggling with. You never know what it's gonna be. Buns, cookies, muffins, cupcakes, buns, biscuits, pies. And other baked treats I have made over the years. With your flower. That's why I always type out my letters and then copy them by hand for sending. See, this is actually my problem. Like, biscuits, I wrote it on the computer to make sure I had the spelling right, and it was copying from the computer, and instead of writing B-I, I wrote B-U. This... Like, the letters just come out differently. I see them with my eyes, and I write something different with my hand. Over the years, with your flower. As the world tumbles into chaos, it's comforting to have a flower that is so sure I'm spelling this right. Consistent. Anything else I wanna say to the King Arthur Baking Company? Yeah, I know. May your does rise. And your buns be beautiful. Sincerely, Jason Steele. Well, there you go. This is our letter to the King Arthur Baking Company. Got it in 3. Let me grab a envelope. Guess who's coming back? Just right on the letter. Thank you, Pancake. She loves to do that. She loves to go just directly on the letter. This happens all the time when I'm writing. It's Pancake. She loves to rub her teeth on your fingers if you put your finger out. She just loves to do it. She's gonna try to get on the keyboard now. I gotta direct her away. love you, Pancake. Not on the keyboard, though. Anywhere but the keyboard. On the envelope, huh? Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's a delightful little cat. Such a small, tiny cat. But she does make it hard to write letters. I write letters every day, and every single day she comes and lays on my letters. Alright, Pancake. I gotta write the address. Gotta write the address out. Oh no, not on the keyboard. Oh my god. She almost gets me every time. Oh. She gets so close. Oh, she's trying to go around the other way. Alright. King Arthur Baking Company. Pancake. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh no. She was trying to climb over the laptop's monitor to get to the keyboard. She's so insistent. Okay, King Arthur Baking Company. Got cat hair all over this now. King Arthur Baking Company. This is at 58 Billings. Farm Road. White River Junction. Vermont. 05001. Horse stamp, and of course I'm going to put my own address on after the stream. Alright. Let's get this letter folded. Folded. Goes in the envelope. This envelope has gumming. Oh my god. One of the pancake hairs. I almost missed it. Use my water pen so I don't have to lick it. And it's all ready to go to the King Arthur Baking Company. Let's move on to the next letter. Do fans write you letters? I've gotten a few letters from fans, not a ton. Who am I gonna write to next? Free Redmond, thank you for the $5. You ever worry they'll take the saliva from your stamp and clone you? No. You don't lick stamps. This is not the 1950s. Stamps, they have their own adhesive. In fact, the adhesive is part of the security of the stamp to make sure it can't be removed, just in case it doesn't get canceled as it's going through the system. If you ever try to remove a stamp after it's been on an envelope for any amount of time, the glue basically makes it very hard. Most of the glue will stay on the paper, and then you won't be able to stick it to another envelope. All right. Next letter. I've got a couple of options here. A couple of people I want to write to, but I think who I'm going to write to I'm going to write to His Eminence Metropolitan Savas of Pittsburgh. Metropolitan Savas of Pittsburgh. Let me get some paper. Lick the stamp for the flavor. I don't know how good the flavor will be. It tastes like glue. I'm going to go through some of my stationery here. A metropolitan in the Greek Orthodox religion is someone who is a very high-level member of the church and has it's a large region that they rule over, that they preside over. The Metropolitan of Detroit, obviously, is in Detroit, but his realm is further than Detroit. has a larger area. I don't know what the Metropolitan thinks of cats, so I don't want to use a cat one. Could use this whimsical star paper. Oh yeah, the cat shark one. Yeah, I don't know if this is good for the Metropolitan. I don't know if that's the right paper to go with. I think this is good though. One second. I saw another one that's a distinct possibility. I'm going to go with this. Alright. I like this paper. It's got a little bird on it, a little golden bird with an envelope. Comes with its own envelopes too, but I think I'm going to use my regular crane envelope here because these papers generally come with more sheets than envelopes. So I gotta decide when I want to use the envelope and when I don't. I think in this instance I'm not going to. This paper feels like it can probably take fountain pen ink a little bit better, but I still want to use a fine pen, I think. Alright, I know the ink I'm going to use. The inevitable has occurred. I am ink shopping. If there's any inks that you're thinking about, let me know. I might have it. I can show you a sample live. I got too many. I got too many inks. The ink that I'm going to be using for this particular letter is Waterman Mysterious Blue. Waterman Mysterious Blue. Waterman Mysterious Blue, and I've got this in a Diplomat Viper. Now, before we start writing, for whatever reason, the Diplomat Viper is a pen that I really want to like, but it's got a couple of issues. Most notably, you can see there's the nib. I have a few pens like this that have like a covered nib, but this is the only one where when I'm screwing the pen in after filling it up, when I'm screwing the body on, it can turn and make this out of alignment. And I have to keep roughly turning it until it goes all the way back around, which is a little bit annoying. And also, it has some hard starts, so it's got a magnet cap, which is very satisfying. But it doesn't work perfectly well, so often when I start writing, it takes a little bit to get going. But luckily we have this paper here. Me not knowing you don't lick stamps anymore made me think the last time I sent a letter in the mail. I think I've done less than 5 times total in my entire life. Yeah. Alright. So we are writing to His Eminence Metropolitan Savas of Pittsburgh. I'm going to start with the date. We've got enough room on this paper. I can write the date. And put the date a little bit higher than the first line. This is March 2nd. For some reason, only 25. I feel like I've just been writing a lot of 2s lately. When writing to someone with eminence in their title, you do begin with Your Eminence. Your Eminence. Now, I really like Mysterious Blue as an ink. I'm gonna get a little bit close. Let me turn on the overhead light so you can see it a little bit easier. What a mysterious blue this is. I guess it's not really showing off well on the camera. It's a very dark blue. In spots, it almost goes into purple. What I like about Mysterious Blue is it's one of those inks that you can use for very formal writing, but it has just a little bit of sheen, just a little bit of like a purple sheen in person, which is actually working pretty well on this paper. This paper's it's taking the fountain pen ink very nice. But it has just enough like personality to make it interesting. I love those inks. Extremely usable inks in any situation. Your Eminence. There are inks that are considered unprofessional. Yeah, like you wouldn't write a business letter in like a bright green. Or like, even like a sky blue or something might be a little too light, but generally for business writing, for professional writing, it's going to be black or dark blue. Those are the two. So anything that plays within that range. Your Eminence. What do I want to write to a metropolitan? I've been asking pretty much every religious figure that I've written if man is God. In a roundabout way. Not a direct way. And I don't know if I want to have that as my gimmick for every single letter that I write to a religious figure. Save a deep red for my enemies. Nice, yeah. Deep reds are good. Deep red is what I used for my letter to Pizza Hut. Your Eminence. Think all the religious figures get together for tea and talk about their letters? I hope not. Because then I'm not going to get any responses back. Your Eminence. You can compare answers. Yeah, I guess I can write to literally all of them and ask the same question. I think it's more interesting if I come up with a few different questions, though. Your Eminence, what do you think of the Pizza Hut Corporation and their delicious pizza pies? What do you think? What do you think of those delicious pizzas? Ask if you can get a blanket pardon for all future sins. I don't know about that. Your Eminence. He's a politician. In a way, aren't we all politicians? Aren't we all the same? Aren't we all God, for instance? God, I just really want to write the same letter to all of them. I have a question regarding the spiritual material of the soul. Your Eminence. I have recently found myself quite... This is the right ink for this. I just really like how it's finding itself on the page. Quite anxious about the many things I will never know. Recently found myself quite anxious about the many things I will never know. The doors of knowledge forever cut off from me and all humans are always lurking in the back of my mind. So this is true, but I think it's what's funny about this letter is it feels like the letter you'd find like in a game like Skyrim or something where someone is if you find it next to a skeleton or something where they've just committed some terrible act of alchemy. It's like, I'm asking permission to do the dark arts from the Metropolitan here. Recently found myself quite anxious about the many things I will never know. The doors of knowledge forever cut off from me and all humans was lurking in the back of my mind. How can one become content with the limits of the human mind. This is maybe the weirdest letter I've written. I'm not trying to make it weird, but it's coming out weird. How could one become content with the limits of the human mind? I would like to let her some Hey Boys energy. Yeah, a bit. I would like to accept truth that there are things I will never know. But I'm not sure I can. With every best wish to your Eminence. Jason Steele. All right, there we go. It's a nice letter for Zemin Savas of Pittsburgh. Let me get an envelope for this one. Maybe this is what I should be doing in my my letters to religious leaders. Just writing them as if they're letters you find in RPGs. As if I'm a crazed alchemist. The texture on that pen. I love so much about this pen. I wish it has a couple of features that I just do not appreciate, but in general. Alright, so this is His Eminence Metropolitan Savas of Pittsburgh. So much to write on one line. Eminence Metropolitan Voss of Pittsburgh. And it's 5201. Ellsworth Avenue. Pittsburgh, of course. Pennsylvania. 15232. My browser window has crashed. Gotta reload that. Ever tried calligraphy? I do not have the motor control for calligraphy. Googled this guy, and apparently he's the leader for me all the way over here in Ohio. Yeah, I think he's from Ohio. Alright, got this nice letter. Very impressed with this paper. I'll have to look up this company, order more of their products. Not that I need more paper. I definitely do not. I've got too much. A little too much water on here. Get a little bit of it up. Alright. Add that to my stack over there. These inks back real quick. Horse stamps are the absolute best. I was excited to see them in my mailbox. I love the horse stamps so much. I really like the tap dancing stamps they used to make, but they stopped making those. But they started making the horse ones, so it all worked out. Okay, who next? On my list. You know what? I'm gonna write to I'm gonna write to my friend Robert. Alright, I really want to show off this, this Moby Dick ink, so I'm going to use some Clairefontaine paper. This is very plain paper, but it's very good for fountain pen inks. Moby Dick. There we go. Dear Robert. Yeah, no bleeding here. No bleeding whatsoever. Dear Robert, I am writing to you using an ink called Moby Dick. In honor of this please enjoy the drawing below of you as a whale. Now let me get close up on this ink. It's still drying a little bit, but I want you to see how much character this ink has. There is so much shading with this ink. Alright, I'm going to start. By drawing Robert's face. Now I'm very, very good at portraits. anyone who's seen my work knows I'm just extremely good. At likenesses. Alright, we've got his face pretty much perfect. Now you might be wondering why I've put it all the way over here. And that is because... Of course, blowhole. I think this is very good, Robert. Your friend, Jason. Lovely ink. Lovely whale. You know what? I'm gonna put a couple of bubbles around because it's underwater. No, I shouldn't put the bubbles. Sorry. The blowhole. He's popping out of the water. Pancake's here again. Hey, Pancake. Pancake's back. She heard I was writing, and she had to show up. Pancake's back, and she's fluffier than ever. She loves getting her little chin rubbed. Oh, she's going for the keyboard. Nope. Alright, I gotta fold this letter. Put it into an envelope. Need to use my water pen. Pancake is so sweet. Yeah, she's genuinely one of the sweetest cats I've ever known. I've known so many cats. Cats in general. Like, ooh. As long as you, oh god, no. Stop it. Oh, jeez. As long as you treat them with kindness and understanding, they, for the most part, tend to be pretty sweet, but, you know. Pancake is particularly sweet. I am just gonna write Robert's name here. I'm not gonna do the whole address for obvious reasons. And I'm just gonna get a horse stamp. Alright, well, I'm gonna write one more letter today. So far, Robert, His Eminence Metropolitan Savos, Pittsburgh, and King Arthur Baking Company. I'm gonna write one more, and that's gonna be to a viewer. Alright, I got the paper. It's just a tiny little paper, just very small paper. It's some of my favorite though. I think I've used it once on stream, but I I don't actually remember. It's very delicate Japanese paper. Full little cats. little tiny cats. Comes with a little envelope, which is, I think, just big enough to mail. Now I have no idea how much ink this particular paper can take, so I'm going to play it a little safe. First of all, I'm going to write on this thing here, just so there's no chance of the pen going through. I'm going to be using Sakura Mori from Sailor. My favorite inks. My favorite ink company. Also got a Shikiori pen by the same company. Dear viewer, yeah, this pen is working wonderfully on this. No problems with the ink. Beautiful color. Dear viewer, what's the thing that I've learned today? What's the thing that I've learned? I may never achieve infinite knowledge but I do know one thing. Goomba, thank you for the $2. Can you read cursive? Yes. I have a hard time writing it now, but I can read it. I may never achieve infinite knowledge, but I do know one thing. I love Pancake the cat. Also, we should take down the government. Your friend, Jason. I'm gonna put this in a little envelope. This envelope has no gumming, but that's okay. For I have this double-sided Scotch permanent tape dispenser. And this one's ready to go out to a viewer. Let me think. I still haven't set up a raffle system. I'll do that eventually. one of these days. Bubbly Oasis. Do you want this letter? Let me know. Would you like this? Bubbly Oasis. I think Bubbly Oasis is still here. Yes, okay. Great. I believe I do have your address because of the Patreon. So I'll send it there unless you have a different address you'd like me to send it to you. And I can do that. Let me know. Alright, that should be it. Got the one going out to my friend Robert. The one going out to the Metropolitan Savas of Pittsburgh, King Arthur Baking Company, Bubbly Oasis. Tier 3 docs redeemed. Join the Patreon. Get doxed live on stream. Okay, I guess we're done. Dave, thank you for the $1.99. Here, you made it just at the end. Thank you. Thank you. See that Jim Ether made a new movie? Yeah, it was a Kickstarter banker. I got I got on Blu-ray. Got the Blu-ray. Get that Blu-ray. Good. All right. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess we're guess we're done. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna head to bed. Got a lot to do tomorrow, probably. I assume. Farewell, everyone. Farewell. Goodbye.